Peace, and blessings coming to you live from gorgeous Prince George's. It's your favorite character from the show Game of Colognes, Theon Sprayjoy, and today we got an interesting mix of people today. Jessica's the first person to come on the show that I don't think I've ever really met before we started filming, so I'm going to go ahead and let you introduce yourself.
Well, hello.
Hello.
I'm Jessica, and I met Kareem through his lovely cousin Jordan, a.k.a. Sunshine. That's our nickname for each other, and I'm just happy to be here. These beautiful black people.
We're happy to have you.
Thank you.
Jermaine. I don't know when the exact years, but I think we've gone over 12 years knowing each other, 10 years?
Over 12, as long as I've been living in the DMV.
Okay, so Jermaine is my frat brother. I don't want to call him a friend because he kind of shady, but he was my vice Polaris when I was the Polaris at a chapter here in DC, Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. Jermaine, I'm shocked that we never talked about fragrances before, and somehow we just had this conversation recently.
I didn't know this was a thing for you.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know it was a thing either. But tell us about yourself.
So my name is Jermaine Robinson. I'm from Miami, Florida. I've been living in the DMV area since summer 2011. As Kareem said, I'm a member of Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. This is my 18th year as a member. But aside from that, I'm excited to be here on this surprisingly Sunday, October Saturday, because it was cold this time last week.
Most definitely.
So yeah, some things I do in my spare time is work out. I'm actually going to work out after I finish here. I like to read. I'm a historian by education and training, anthropologist. I've always been an artist, and I do a job that a lot of people don't like to do. Sometimes I don't like to do it. Teaching. I've been a teacher now this is my 13th year. And I'm excited about this conversation about aromas or fragrances today.
What do you teach?
I teach history and English to high school students.
Okay. All right. Olinka, we've kind of already introduced you before, but every time I see you, like, you're a woman of mystery. Like, you have this angry face most times, but every time I start talking to you, I'm just reminded how amazing of a person you are.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So sweet. Okay, so yeah, Olinka, like Kareem said. I'm also in education. I've been in education since 2004 in the high school as well, in special education. And I'm just happy to be back at the table.
We're glad to have you back. Let's start with Jessica. Tell us about your fragrance. What did you bring today?
Okay, so today I bought Valentino Born in Roma. It's one of my favorite scents for many reasons. I've been wearing it for many, many years. I bought it initially because I was obsessed with Rome. I went to Rome maybe 2015-ish, and I've been obsessed ever since. So anything that had Rome associated with it, I wanted it. So that's the initial reason I bought it. And man, it's such a transitional scent. You can wear it to work. You can wear it to happy hour with the girls, date night. It transitions through everything. So it's a little bit of jasmine, blackcurrant, and vanilla. And anytime I wear it, I get compliments. It pairs well with a lot of things. I actually have it paired today with something. And it smells so good. That's the only thing I can say.
Well, you came in here smelling good, so
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna like it already.
I think so. And not for nothing, I think it may be unisex. I've smelled it on a man and it did not smell feminine.
Oh.
So I know they have men's versions of Valentino, but this one I've smelled on a man and it smelled great. So Yeah, it's like my favorite. I've been wearing it for so long.
This is your favorite fragrance?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would, just because it transitions so well through anything. You
Okay.
can wear it on a job interview, doctor's office. You won't offend anybody with the scent.
All seasons?
All seasons.
Okay.
Summer, spring, winter, fall. We're in fall and it's 90 degrees today, but it still smells great. So anytime you can wear it. And that's why it's my favorite. I have other scents I wear, but this one is just like a staple. I always have to have it. This is the new bottle today, just for you. Well, not for you, but for the podcast.
No, got it.
Unisex.
So how did you come across this fragrance though?
I saw a commercial for it.
Okay.
And again, the name is Born in Roma, Rome, and that's literally it. And I went into Sephora and bought it. I didn't even spray it. I'm a blind buyer.
Ooh.
That's my favorite thing to do. I read the notes. And my dad taught me like all about notes. He was a cologne guy
Okay.
growing up. So
Shout out to Dad.
shout out to Dad. May he rest in peace.
Yeah.
But yeah, he told me like this is how you tell whether you'll like something. You need to look at the notes. And I just bought it. It was a blind buy. I just walked in Sephora and said I want it. I didn't even though they had the sample, I just went in and bought it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite note in a fragrance?
Always vanilla for me.
Ooh.
Anything that has a vanilla somewhere in it. Typically, I like it as a base note because that means it's going to last. That portion of it is going to last the longest. So anything with the vanilla in it is like my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I want you to spray it now.
Okay. Spray it now?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll spray it. Short end. Give you all the good stuff. Okay. You gotta wait for a second, but you can smell it. You can smell it. Just gotta let it settle in. Can you smell it?
No, absolutely.
Okay, I didn't know if I needed to do the other end.
That's very nice.
I like that one. That was good.
Yeah, this one smells like
I like
clean
that one a lot.
places, like the mall. Like you about to go check into like a nice 5-star hotel
Yeah.
for the first time.
Yeah.
Movies.
There's a lot of things going on with that fragrance.
But
like
you
that
see
a
how
lot.
it can kind of be unisex too. It's not overly feminine.
I think that could be unisex.
Yeah, it may be. I should have checked that.
Can I see?
Yeah, I should have checked that, but it goes and it layers very well.
Yeah, I like
too.
that one a lot.
Are you gonna tell us your recipe for today, or is that secret?
Sure, no, I'm not a gatekeeper.
Okay.
That's the one thing I want people to
I like
always
this. This is very
know.
nice.
I never gatekeep, and I'm sorry I'm not prepared, but today
That's all good.
I have Madagascar vanilla is the scent.
Never heard of it.
Okay, it's by Nest. This is a vanilla scent that's not your typical vanilla, and I'll let you all smell this. It's a rollerball, if that's okay. So I'll let you smell it. It's not your typical vanilla. It's also, I feel like, unisex, but it's really, really good. And it's light enough, but it still has an intensity to it.
So
At
you
least I
take the
think so.
vanilla from this, and then you add more vanilla.
I do.
Okay.
But it doesn't just start with those two. It starts with, like, the whole body
Oh,
kit.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Baths.
Do you so
You said Baps?
Baths.
Oh,
Baps.
okay, yeah.
So on the first podcast I did, someone brought 2 scents that they layered also, but they were very specific in the order that they layered
Yes.
them.
Oh, I think it was
Is
Quasi.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
actually
Yeah,
have
what order
the
you layer
lotion I
yours?
use as well. I came prepared. I told you.
Okay, all right.
So you want me to show you the lotion?
Break it out.
Okay, now just to warn y'all, this one I use all the time. So it's half empty, but we're gonna go with
At
it.
least we know you got
So-
hydrated skin.
For sure.
Okay.
So it's Laura Mercier Amber Vanille. So I'll let y'all smell this too. And this is where the combo starts. So we start here with a little bit of baby oil gel, the cocoa one.
Yeah.
That's where we start and mix with that. So that's like the whole combo of it. It's a little on the pricey side, but it lasts because you don't need a lot. So that's where we start,
That
and
has
then
that cocoa butter, but body
and then after that we put the roll on or the spray they have, but the Madagascar vanilla, and then we spray Valentino Born in
Nice.
Roma. And typically that's a combo that will last you all day into the night.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
How long you got out of this?
I would say You can spray this before you go to work. You won't have to reapply, I feel like, until it's time for maybe like date night or girls' night.
Oh, wow.
So it will last
Okay.
throughout the day, for sure.
I like that.
Yeah.
I thank you for bringing that on. That's very nice.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I was so nervous about my choice.
No, you did a good job with that one. That
Thank
was
you.
very nice. Jermaine, what you got?
So the scent I have is actually called Scent of Africa. Now I'm not going to pretend like I am a linguist, but Rakh, Rakh. I'm guessing that's how you say it. But I actually got it when I was in Ghana in February.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went to the airport to come back to the United States, of course I get to the airport early so I can see what they're talking about in the duty-free section. And of course, they have people that are going to, ask you if you need help, and then they take you to see everything. Like, I don't want any blankets, I don't want no rugs, I want a magnet. In Ghana, I wanted some stuff in Ghana, right? I didn't think I would actually leave with like a scent, a cologne, if you will. And so he showed me some of them. And then when we got to this particular one, I was like, oh, this kind of smells good. So I know that the base is like incense and musk. But then some of the top notes are, if I remember it correctly, Madagascar cloves. Some of the middle notes are like apple and cedar. So it's like stuff I was familiar with, stuff that I can read, right? Stuff that I probably could find, like, in a grocery store even. And it smelled good. It wasn't too strong, but it was distinct. And so I got a bottle of it. I felt like it was a good aromatic representation of the week that I spent in Ghana. And the fact that it actually has notes from around parts of the continent of Africa in general was cool as well. So February was not that long ago, but I'm almost out, so now I have to look online and see if I can buy it online or if I have to wait for my next trip.
That's what I was going to ask you, how you planned on getting it again if you like it.
I ain't even researched that part yet, but I've been using it, right? And similar, to what was just shared, like, take a bath first, right? Take a bath before you put it on, if you can, right? So I usually...
If you can.
So because I work in a school, I don't be wearing all my, good stuff. Not good stuff, but, like, I don't wear my favorite stuff.
Right.
Wear that out at work, exhausted at work, right? Because before I go to happy hour or a date night or whatever it is, I'm probably going to have to go take a bath because I've been working with children all day. So, I don't want to just, like, let that be something I put on and run out faster. So, but some days I will. Like, depending on what I have to do after work, I will just put that on. And just take care of your skin. Put some lotion on, whatever it is that you use. I've heard you talk about, like, oils. I think that kind of complements this lasting for a big part of the day. And the other thing I would say is, and I don't know if this is just like a fellas type thing, but you also got to be mindful of your hygiene. Be mindful of your musk, right? When you got to, like, re-up under the arms, but just make sure that whatever's going on under your arms doesn't make putting on the scent counterproductive.
Right,
so
absolutely.
you got to re-up here a lot. You might want to wait till you take another bath and put some more of that on.
So what's your favorite fragrance?
For a while, it has probably been Chanel Blue.
Ooh, love it. Love it.
Chanel Blue.
Love it. Love it.
So whenever I travel, I try to get something new because I'm always going to buy something like that. I don't have anything on right now because I thought we were supposed to be completely, like, scent discreet. But before actually because I'm going out late, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to put some of this on tonight. But so right now,
so you're not going to wear that to the gym. You're going to wear that to go out.
No, when I went to the gym, it's the soap and the water and lotion I got on.
Okay.
So. Now, if I wasn't going to the gym, if I was going somewhere social, then I would just put that on now.
Okay.
Right? I want to just go take a bath and wash it off, and I just put it on. Ghana is about several thousand miles away.
So,
just in case I got to go back over there again.
Let me ask you this: since you said your favorite is Blue de Chanel, what's your favorite note in a fragrance?
I think I've seen cedar in a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's something that you eat, but it's just something that's always been pleasing on my nose.
Right.
So sometimes even at home, I'll spray or put, not the cologne, but I'll spray stuff or put things in the wall that have hints of cedar and like teak wood and stuff like that.
Right.
So, and then like coconut, but you got to be careful with it because it can be overpowering, right? But like I think whatever lotion I put on has coconut stuff like that in it, but spraying that into the air could. There was a point in time where the smell of it used to make my stomach kind of knot up a little bit. So you just got to be mindful of like how much of it is in there, what the intensity is.
Are you somebody that likes like strong fragrances, or you prefer like strong like it projects, or something that's like real close to the skin and somebody has to be intimate with you?
I like strong in the sense where I know I have it on, but I forget I have it on. But when you walk around people, it's not like, oh, what's that smell like? It's strong, but like that smells good, right?
Right.
So like I remember one particular time. This is probably back when I was in grad school in 2010. The program that I was in, it was me and basically a bunch of white women. White women that were my peers in the class, but white women that were in the department. So one time I was doing some work in the lab, and in this particular lab, when they come in and they work in cubicles. These are like the professors and stuff like that. And even actually my advisor was working in there one day. And then I walked in, they didn't hear me walk in, but then after a few minutes,
They smelled you.
Jermaine here?
Yeah.
What's this stuff he has on? What's that smell? So like, I'm like, what is he talking about? Oh, I put on whatever, cologne. So I like it in the sense of, I know I put it on, I smelled it when I put it on, but then I forgot about it, but then I'm reminded of it throughout the day or whatever because other people are able to pick up on it, and it's in a complimentary way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited to
Yeah.
smell that now.
So to spray it, right? That's the small side, correct? Okay, here we go.
Characters welcome. Uh-oh. I smell something over here.
That's not bad at all. I don't really like woodsy stuff or musk, but that smells good.
I smell it.
Yeah.
I feel like, but not.
This is pretty good.
Yeah, it's very woodsy, but
Look
not
at
in a
people
bad
down
way.
there.
This is pretty good. I'm
Oh, I was ready.
no, go ahead. I want you to go
Okay.
ahead.
I like that.
Ooh, it's super fresh.
Mm-hmm. It complements the shower, right?
So
For sure.
So when do you wear this? Like, is it a specific season you wear this?
Well, I've only had this in February, so I've been wearing it since.
Oh, so you've been wearing it
But I
now?
don't wear it every day, right? I put on some of my other stuff. But like, I feel like now that we're in fall, I think that the fall winter time should be very interesting in a good way with the scent. Right?
Okay.
The fact that it's warm outside, but you can still feel fall in the air. I think that it should be interesting. Being that even if this is like for those who celebrate or have fun with it, Halloween weekend, I feel like this is a good. It reminds you of like the fall crops and things like that, even as well.
Right.
Especially in this part of the country. Now, back home in Miami, I don't know. It's always hot down there.
I like that. I'm impressed.
Yeah, I like that.
I really
Scent
enjoyed
of
that.
Africa. I'm gonna look it up. And
When
see
you
it.
look it up, send me
If I
the
can-
details because I need to buy that
And I
for
know they have
someone.
other iterations of it, but this is the one I walked out.
Is this unisex?
I don't know, but I would wear it. I'm gonna buy it for somewhere else,
It
but it
said it
smells
was,
really
but I
good.
I like that.
What you think, Olinka? Is unisex?
Maybe if it was layered,
Mm-hmm.
it could be.
Okay.
I wouldn't wear that. I would like the smell of that on a man. On myself, I would have to layer with someone because it does still smell a little masculine. Not
Yeah.
overly masculine, but no, I do
would
like
say
that.
a nice fruit base.
Mhm.
Like for a woman to layer it
Mhm,
with something
mhm.
with a fruit base
Mm-hmm.
would be very nice to complement the
Yeah.
freshness. That smells really good.
Thank you. Send your compliments to the people of the Republic. of
Yes, please.
I don't know why I thought you was gonna bring something else, but I'm impressed.
I'm gonna bring Unforgivable by Sean.
Yeah, I really did. I thought you was gonna bring 3 a.m. by Sean John, something like
Oh,
that.
I never got that one. That must be a new thing from when I was wearing Sean John cologne.
I have unforgivable. Is it unforgiven?
Unforgivable. That was his first one,
Unforgivable.
correct?
I think it was in a brown bottle, small brown bottle,
It was black.
black
He
and
came
brown.
out with one after that, and I used to get that too. And that actually was better than the first one, but it's been a while. But I just get a lot of. But as a matter of fact, the story I just told y'all, that's when I started wearing Sean John Unforgivable. I think that's around the time, maybe a little thereafter, he came out with it. And yeah, that was a good one.
So I didn't ask you, but how long have you been wearing fragrances?
Probably since I was like 5.
Okay,
But
okay.
it's because I used to play in my dad's cologne.
Okay.
So my mom, she always wore like the same thing. It was always she's gonna kill me because she doesn't wear this anymore. But it was always like Elizabeth Arden Red Door, and I could not stand that smell. That was not my favorite. So probably since I was 5, I would just spray my dad's cologne. My favorite smell, still to this day, is Jean Paul Gaultier with the physique of the man with the blue, dark blue and light blue stripes. That and then Jupe. But it was like Jupe. It was like a pink Jupe or something.
I heard they reformulated Jupe, so what we smell now isn't what.
And that's probably true. I haven't smelled it in so long, but those are like my favorites that he wore. But I would just go. He had them all on the dresser, and I would just go and spray them because I wanted to see. And then he would ask like, "What do you want me to smell like today?" Right? That was like, "What do you like?" And I would go pick one, and then he would just spray a little bit on me too.
Oh, that's what's up.
So I mean, for a very long time. But seriously, when I could afford to buy the stuff that I liked, because I mean. For a long time, and I still do it, but I would just go on TJ Maxx or Marshalls and get the little ones that they have, like the Paris Hilton. And
right.
Those. But I mean, for as long as I can remember, people have been telling me I smell good.
Damn. Okay, how about you, Jermaine?
Well, I began to be able to afford it on my own when I was in college, right? But I have older siblings. I have 2 older brothers, so any opportunity I could get to spray some of their cologne on and go to school, I would, right?
Okay.
Or my uncle or whomever the case may have been. But as far as like me, myself, taking ownership of it, probably college.
Okay.
But like what you just brought up brings up the idea of like scent as a part of culture and tradition, right? Like the fact that you were asked by your father, what do you want me to smell like today? It's involving the person in the process.
Yeah.
And so that's something you carry on when you were an adult. So it's pretty dope.
For sure.
Well, we kind of talked about it before, your story about fragrances. But for the people that are here or maybe didn't, you can talk about how long you've been into it.
So I haven't really been in it as long. Like I shared before, in my household, nobody wore cologne, nobody wore perfume. My dad was very, very sensitive to scents. So even like nail polish, open the window. Nail polish remover, open the window. And he would just get very irritated. Not irritated, like just with the scent in his nose. So I really didn't start getting into perfumes until probably after college, when I was on my own and able to spray whatever I wanted around my house. So even smelling perfumes, like I just wouldn't even go into the perfume area because then I would know I had to go back home. The smell would be in my house.
And it'd be on you or something.
It'd be on me, so I just didn't even bother. So, but going into this one, this was, can you grab that one, please? This was the first scent that was bought for me by a love interest. Giorgio Armani Diamonds. It was Beyonce's very, very first scent. So I've had this since 2000. I think 7.
This is Destiny Child Beyonce or Beyonce by herself?
She was singing in the commercial, right?
She was.
And it's interesting because she is releasing her second scent. I think it's just her second scent, like in a month or so.
Okay.
I pre-ordered it.
So, yep, this is Diamonds, Giorgio Armani.
I noticed you got excited when she had broke this bottle
because let me tell you, that was one of my favorite scents, and I haven't found it somewhere where I could get it authentically. I've seen it on Amazon.
You might want to hide your bottle on link.
But you guys are really gonna like that scent if you've never smelled it before. I don't think
I've ever smelled this.
It smells so good.
So did your Valentino replace that as the favorite? Or there was something?
There was something in between that. It's the Miyake Floral. It smells so good. It's just so fresh and light, but yeah,
Nice.
I love that.
He has a slight citrusy something.
Is that powder I'm smelling?
I don't know. I never even looked at the notes.
This is good.
And it's interesting because I was surprised that I liked this even a little bit because I'm very much a vanilla person.
Okay.
The subtle, the sweet, the lasting. So I would only wear this at night.
Okay.
I wouldn't wear that at work. But I also work with children, so it's like I don't need you getting close to me for any reason. But this was like always my nighttime scent.
So why this scent? Why did he get this for you? Or why did
If I
they get it for you?
remember correctly, I smelled it and I liked it and I thought you would like it.
Ooh,
That's dangerous.
what a man.
That's dangerous.
That's good.
More convenient.
That's
Or-
So many things.
I guess you would have to know that person to buy a scent. I'd be a little afraid because what I think smells good, somebody would be like,
And I was caught off guard because I was not a perfume wearer at all,
Oh, wow.
with the exception of the one I shared last time, which was very, very different,
It's different.
from this one.
Yeah.
The other one was a heavily vanilla-based one. So it was interesting when he bought this one and I smelled it and I was like, this doesn't smell like anything I've ever worn before. But pleasantly surprised.
So you wouldn't buy a perfume or for your... And I'm only asking because you said, but I think there's no bigger compliment or gesture than somebody say, I thought of you when I smelled this, or I thought of you
for
when I
me,
saw
yes.
this.
If somebody did that to me, I'd
But
be
you
like,
wouldn't
oh,
do
I'm
it?
on a high butt. I feel like I'm easier to please than someone else.
But
I'm a gesture
you
girl.
did say he knew that he heard you say that you liked the smell once you smelled it, right?
I liked it once. I'd never smelled it before he got it for
Right,
me.
he bought
She was
bought
saying
it.
He
I-
bought it.
yeah,
No,
she-
he bought
That's
it.
why I said
No, yeah,
That
he
would
bought,
agree,
he
yeah.
bought
You
this
see what I'm
wine,
saying?
Right.
To just buy something, especially knowing what I know about you, just about fragrances and stuff like that, I wouldn't just blind buy something and be like, I think you would love it.
Because it could have easily gone in
Yeah.
a different direction.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I'm the only one with a different mindset. Please buy me
What if they
something.
bought you something that you didn't enjoy?
Yeah, if they bought me something I didn't enjoy, I would be honest about it. But I'm a gestures girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we talk about love languages, I'm a gesture, like do something that, you know what, I thought, and if you fail, you fail. That's why most places have a return policy.
Right.
Oh, respect.
Like we can go pick up something, but just the thought.
But
of,
you thinking. But you thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
So
I
that's
like it.
that's my only thought process on that. But it could have gone totally wrong, and you hated it, and but it's a very nice gesture.
Yeah, I don't think I would necessarily be like hesitant to do it. I think I would do a little bit of a field test and get the sample and ask a variety of different people how it smells, and then maybe use that as my gut instinct. But like for example, I don't necessarily like when it comes to not a love interest, but like a parent, like my mother. I'm not buying my mother perfume.
Oh, no.
Because I know
Really?
it's going to collect dust on the dresser. And whether she likes it or not, I'm just like, so I think that's the other part. That's what I would also say is dangerous. It's like, it's nice, it's a very nice thing, and they will like it, but I don't want it to just be there as a trophy that collects dust.
And that's where the return policy comes in. But like your fragrance, when I was like, I would love to buy that for somebody. Every year for Christmas, I buy my brother a fragrance. He's younger than me. He's 26. And he has what he likes to smell like. He loves Dior Sauvage right now. That's his vibe.
Dior Sauvage.
Or that was his vibe like last year, But I always try to buy him since that, to encourage him to step out of what's
Right.
popular.
Oh, he's a big designer fragrance person.
Not always. He will buy what he likes, but I think he's not going to walk into Sephora, to be real, to smell different fragrances. So if he sees his friend group talking about something, he sees a commercial on TV, something like that, he's going to go buy it because he's like, oh, I might like that, you know? But I like to broaden, just like somebody did for me.
Right.
Broaden, what I'm into.
For me, I was thinking about what Jermaine was saying. So if it's a love interest, I wouldn't necessarily just go blind buy something, but what I often do is I'll say, hey, this is a bottle that I have, smell it. And I'll start taking mental notes as to, oh, I like this scent in it. I like the fruit in this. I like this. And I'll say, oh, okay. I'll kind of try to work together, something like that. But just, I don't know anything and I'm just going to buy you something. No, I wouldn't do that.
I feel like when we talk about, for me, when I'm buying somebody something, I've been around them long enough to want to purchase something for them. So I'm taking note, and I know I'm different because I'm very observant. I'm taking interest in what you smell like every time I see you. I'm taking interest of the plugins in your wall at home. I'm taking notice of what kind of laundry detergent do you use? But this is somebody, obviously, you're dating for a while, you've been in their space.
Absolutely.
What is it that they, because I'm just like that. So that's why I think I'm okay with it, but I get you all's point too, because even today I blind bought something for this gentleman here, and I don't know if he's gonna like it or not. But I blind bought it based off of the type of podcast we're on today.
We about to find out.
Yeah, but we.
And I think it's also, there have been times where something will come out and everybody knows it's going to smell good. Like and I never got, like, for example, I remember, I think I was in 10th grade or 11th grade. I want to say 10th grade. There was this big talk about, I think it was called Very Sexy by Victoria's Secret.
Yes.
But it was for men, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, that's something where
I still got a
because people are talking about it, and it's like this new thing. That I'm like, that's not gonna smell bad. So if that's an opportunity to like blind buy and get it, right? Because it's always a certain aroma, a scent, or perfume that comes along where you gotta buy it because you know they're gonna like it because you haven't heard anything bad about it, and this is an opportunity to buy it while it's still new. So it's not like it's something that they already had.
Yeah.
So.
And the price is jacked up because they discontinued it or something like that.
Right. There's another one called, and I don't know if it was for male or female. I think it's called Clinique.
Yes, we talked about that.
Yeah. See, I missed those waves, but I remember the talk around them. So.
Okay. Sorry. I got a Charlie horse. Okay, so anyway, the fragrance that I want to talk about is, I had to write some notes on this because it was a little wild. This, Angel Shot by Thierry Mugler. So, this fragrance came out in 2012. And I remember I was on Amazon and I had did a sort on ratings. Give me 5-star ratings. I want to just buy a fragrance that everybody is saying is good or whatever. This is probably the first and last fragrance I bought on Amazon, by the way. And so,
I bought some fragrances.
well, mine is for different reasons. Mine is because I don't necessarily know that it's going to be authentic with some of the stuff that I'm looking for and buying. But when this fragrance came out in 2012, they used a person. Part of their marketing ad campaign was they were taking famous people and they were using them as the face for the bottle. So the year is 1986.
That's the year I was born.
1986. There was a baby born in South Africa
I was born in Miami.
that lost both of its legs. They had to be amputated. This baby was named Oscar Pistorius, who was a participant in the Paralympics. He's the holder of world records in running for 100, 200, and 400 meters. And at the time was known as the fastest man in the world with both legs amputated. So this fragrance here is called Pure Shot by Angel Man. And so the reason I had brought this up because the name is called Pure Shot, and the guy that they used for this, Oscar Pistorius, is known for shooting his wife. And so it was ironically named that, and they had this person as the face for this bottle. So the last time I actually sprayed this was 2013, when he was convicted of this crime. And I haven't sprayed this in 10 years, so I'm going to spray it now for you all, with that being said.
Okay. Wow.
That was deep.
I'm thinking the shot was about he took his shot at athletics,
Yeah.
broke records, and a shot put in discus couldn't something about.
I wasn't ready.
It's not expecting that one.
Welcome to Can We Be Fragrant?
Right.
Okay, I'm going to start here. I should have made you smell it before you
Sorry.
before you heard
I
the
mean,
story.
you wanted it. I'm not
You
really a
sprayed
fan. I'm
it
not a fan
here,
of
but
that
I
one.
cannot smell it
What's
yet.
coming?
That is coming.
I'm not a fan of that
Guilty. The thing is, though,
You're not guilty.
it's
I
not.
smell it.
It's not unpleasant like the station wagon that my family used to have, and I used to felt like I was car sick in it when I was 5.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder what the reaction obviously would be if you didn't tell us the story, but if you didn't also tell us that you have been sprayed it since 2012, right? So now I'm kind of like influenced. If I'm gonna be honest, if I ain't got no cologne, I'm like one of my friends' house about to go out, I would put that on.
You would put this on?
Just to smell like it's something.
It's something, right? I don't think it's a bad scent. I just
It's haunted.
I'm terrorized by the story behind
buy
it.
that for someone.
I'm terrorized by the story behind this.
I would not buy that for someone, but I am not mad at this. And only because
It's not a bad scent.
it can be layered.
Yeah.
To still, for that to be the main scent, I would not wear it as a main scent, but I would wear it
Stuff.
with something.
So let me ask you this: Why?
Because it's not bad.
Why layer? Right? I often hear people say that they'll buy. What's popular? Baccarat Rouge. Like that's a $500 fragrance. They'll layer that with another Creed Aventus. That's a $500 fragrance. So you literally spraying on $1,000 worth of scent. Why not just buy one scent that smells good?
2 reasons. Because one scent can't always get you the scent you're achieving. So that's one. But 2, let's say you're someone who can only... Because this is how I started layering. At one point, I could only afford one scent. But and of course you love having a signature scent, but after a while it gets old. You want to switch it up. Layering is a way for you to take what you already have, buy something such as a rollerball that's not as expensive as the actual bottle, and totally change what the scent smells like. And for me, that's why I layer. But also, you're not going to get the same
scent twice.
scent. I wear a fragrance, Love Don't Be Shy by Killian.
Oh, that's nice.
That's what Rihanna wears. That's how, and that's the reason I bought it. Because I was like, everybody said Rihanna smell good. I want to smell like Rihanna. Right? And it smells amazing. I can wear that on its own. But one day, I was in the house bored, and I said, I'm about to go on this date. I want to try something. And surprisingly, it was the same thing. Now, this is like my 3rd rollerball. I just keep buying them. And I layered those. And my goodness.
Whole different experience.
That and the Rihanna one.
That and the Love Don't Be Shy by Killian.
Okay.
And that's why I don't know most people, so I won't say that. But that's one of the reasons to layer your fragrances.
Okay. So, I don't know. I guess I just look at it from like a financial perspective. Is if I'm going to pay a certain amount for a fragrance, I want it to just be good. I don't
And
want
it
to have
can
to
be.
tweak it, tamper with it, anything.
Yeah, but you also don't want to smell like everyone else. You may want, like, Baccarat to me on its own is not my favorite. I wouldn't wear just Baccarat. It's a nice fragrance.
It's a nice fragrance, yeah.
But it's not my favorite on its own. But you have a way to smell just as nice or expensive as everyone else, but you took yours up a notch. Maybe it's an inside thing. Maybe you just want to be better than everybody else in one category.
Right.
Fragrance just so happens to be my category. Like, I know most people I'm going to be better than in that.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
So, that's the reason to layer, because it's a flex that you can, afford that to some people, not to me, because you spend your money on what you want to.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Somebody may choose to spend $500 on shoes or a meal or
a bottle
whatever.
of tequila, whatever.
A bottle of tequila.
Yeah.
Wig.
Or a wig.
Lashes.
Or exactly.
That's what the kids do.
And
Enough.
but that's the reason to layer. Have you layered before?
No.
I would suggest you try.
No. I normally just buy one fragrance, and I'm content with that fragrance. I've never felt the need to spray something. I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
Yeah.
Just me personally, I haven't done that. I'm not even saying I would even be opposed to it. I think the fragrances that I like, I like them. I don't know that I would want to tweak them.
So with this one, what would you, if you were to layer this one, what would you layer it with?
Let me think. It would not be anything vanilla based. So I'm going to take that off the table. That used to be my favorite, and I used to wear that on its own. So it's really hard. That's one of the fragrances that was almost perfect for me. Or like that was one of the ones that was almost perfect. So I'm really trying to think, but I would go two directions. I would either go for more masculine. I would pair it with like a vetiver like scent.
Yeah, I think it's better there than there.
It is. I would go that way, and for if you want to smell a little more masculine, if you want to be super feminine, you actually mentioned powder, and I would do some type of light powdery musk, but not a strong musk. Just a very, very. I'm trying to think of a scent that has like a light musk, and I can't think of any right now. But that's the direction I would probably go to layer that. Not vanilla, but that scent on its own for me is a 10.
Let me chime in on this. So, since you've gotten into fragrances, how much has your taste in fragrances changed from then until now? Or do you still kind of like the same things that
I
you like?
still like the same notes that I like. So I don't wear this one. I haven't worn this one in a very long time. So I was actually surprised that when I smelled it, I was like, oh, this smells like it did when I first cracked open this bottle.
Because you like it, but you don't necessarily like the notes.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So I like it that I will wear it every now and then, but it is not my go-to for every day.
Okay.
That's not like my work scent.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't think the notes in here were any, like I was saying, that I would have ever thought to buy on my own.
I'm curious to know what your notes are.
So I definitely like the vanilla. I'm trying to remember what was in the Givenchy one that was shared before. Cinnamon, black pepper. And I'm trying to remember if there was a gourmand in that. But definitely the vanilla, cinnamon,
So
and the
you
black
like
pepper.
warm, spicy scents.
Like if you walk into my house, that's what my house smells like.
Okay. What about you, Jermaine? How much has your taste in fragrances changed from when you started?
For me, it's like the ones that are not going to change are the ones that bring some element of nostalgia, probably because of like the history behind stuff. So like, I probably will oftentimes go back and put on some Unforgivable, right? Because that represents a phase in like a turning point in adulthood. Like I'm grown, I can buy my own cologne type of thing. Or whatever.
Right.
But then certain things just smell good. Like, so it's crazy how, as both of you all just spoke, you just named the other notes that I forgot were in here. So like black pepper, cinnamon, vetiver, that's in here as well. So certain things just smell good. So like, it's something about the smell of cinnamon, if it's not overdone, that is good.
Yeah.
I don't know if I necessarily always like the taste of it, but the smell of it is good. So things that have like a hint of warmth. It ain't got to be like super warm like your grandmother's brother, like that because that's it, right? That's what they've worn for decades, or that's what they put on, right? And even thinking about how you all were just talking about layering, whatever the case, I started layering out of boredom and
I knew
also
you were gonna say that.
convenience. So like when I travel, I do not like to pack heavy. I pack it light. If it can fit in the book bag, it will. But I've had my feelings hurt twice where I forgot that the cologne bottle was too big and have had to throw it away.
No way.
So to alleviate that, I always make sure I
atomizer.
gotta travel something, but then sometimes I'll forget to re-up the travel size, and then so I'm like, well, I'm about to be here for 7 days. And so I would mix it with some stuff. Like mix it with like whatever like lotion or whatever it is I'm gonna put on, and you'll be surprised.
Got you.
How it re.
So you're doing it out of necessity.
Necessity, creativity, but also convenience. Because I'm not overpacking, but I also have gotten to packing like toiletries down to a science. But if you get ready for a flight and you forget to re-up some of the stuff in your toiletry bag, sometimes it might be the scent, and that's what used to happen. So I would just get creative, and then also. Back to like which one, like the talk about like nostalgia, there were times where like, oh, I need to buy some more cologne, but I ain't really in the budget right now. This was like years ago. So how can I make this spread, or spread it thin, or whatever, make it last? So that's kind of how layering was for me. Not that like, oh, I want to necessarily, get creative and make something new, but sometimes out of convenience or necessity, that's what it was. Okay. And so when it comes to like certain things I know always will smell good. So if it has like certain ingredients in it that take me back to when I first started wearing scents on my own.
Okay.
Usually what I stay with.
So you're the last person. How much has your taste changed? Because it seems like you have a whole span of time gone by from where you started to where you are now.
My base notes have always been the same. I
Okay.
feel like, but I feel like fragrance too has evolved to more notes that haven't been there. But always the base for me, a vanilla base, something with vanilla. But what I will say, I've always been open. If it smells good, it does not have to meet my note requirement.
Right, absolutely.
So, I mean, it changes all the time. Because one day I may want to smell like this. The next day, I'm like, oh, I want to smell like flowers. Or, so it changes often. Because, it changes often.
I look back when, I'm not going to talk about how many bottles I have. But anyway, I look back at when I started off and the things that I bought and I would wear. And I've given away so many bottles to people that I know that are starting their fragrance journey or just don't have as many, or I just think it would be something that would be good for them. And I go back and I look at some of those scents and I'm like, I don't think I would wear that now. Like, my taste has changed completely. I would say pretty considerable.
You know what's crazy? Now I think about it and you just said that, you asked me, I'm surprised we never talked about this. I do remember one time, this had to be back in it was not before 2014. I think you had a package that was delivered. I don't know if you stopped. We were going somewhere to drink after the chapter meeting or brunch. But you had to pick up a package from somebody. And you was in the car and you opened this box and you was like, you split this on. So I remember you was taking these colognes out of a box. So I don't know, that just popped in my head when you just talked about not naming the number of bottles you have. That's when I remember you had this box and you was taking all these colognes out. I'm like, is he like a distributor? Is he like
I might have been kicked out of my home and needed somewhere to protect my collection.
I think you picked it up from a P.O. box or something like that. I don't know, but I remember that.
Maybe yeah, I did used to.
So that was the only interaction with scents that we've had.
Well, hopefully it's not the last.
Yeah, I mean, we got this whole thing going on. So.
This was a good conversation. I enjoyed this. I learned so much about you today.
I know.
You today. I'm gonna give you the last words. What do you want to say, Olinka?
Why'd you do that?
Well, I mean, we can go around. We're gonna go around the table, so we can skip you and come back.
I don't know. I feel like I learned a couple things today than I did the last time.
Okay.
I think last time I learned more of how to identify my notes because it's very, very specific what I like. But today, I never would have thought of layering scents, right? The guy last time talked about it, but it was like, oh, okay, you did it for a reason. But like when I smelled you and then I saw what you did, I was like, oh, yeah. Like I'm definitely going to do that. So yeah, I think I definitely want to try experimenting that. Because you get scents, like you said, that you like and you wear them often, but then it's like, I'm kind of bored with this. But it's not that you dislike the scent, but it's like, how can I elevate this or make it a little different and give myself a new scent, but still with like my foundational scent that I have. So, yeah.
I mean, I think for me, and I reflect on what you shared about like your moments with your father when you were younger. I think it's important. Scent is a form of like hygiene, but it's also a form of culture. It's a form of like personality and intention. Like actually thinking about not only getting dressed to go to school or go to work, but thinking about what you want to smell like, right? That's a part of a routine. So I think about that, and I think about like when I was in the gym yesterday. Now, granted, it's the gym, right? People perspire. But I'm like, what is that smell? Like, who is that, right?
That's not musk. That's must.
That's an absence of all of that stuff we just talked about, like intentionality with like smelling good. because we all perspire, we are biological beings, but like what's coming out of there, right? And I think that this is a practice, it's an experience that can also help with, complement people's first impressions of you in other regards of what's coming off your body.
Right.
So,
Right.
those are going to be, that's part of my takeaway from this conversation.
I love that. My takeaway is everybody is different when it comes to scents. And as much as I think I know so much about scents, I learned so much today. I smelled 2 things that I've never smelled. One I'm absolutely in love with. So I would be interested to know all the notes in that, because for me, just like the Giorgio Armani, that's a 10. You don't need to add anything to that. And I feel like if you're, let's say, in Whole Foods or whatever grocery store you go to, you just look like you might go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's.
Next to the gym, so.
Right. So to walk past somebody and they smell that, I will for sure say, oh, you smell nice, because I'm a compliment giver.
Oh, I love giving compliments.
Same. I'm a compliment giver.
If you smell good, you smell good. I don't know why people be so stingy with their compliments.
And I'm not a gatekeeper, because I know your body chemistry and mine is different. And I think the one part that I left out in this conversation was another part of me wanting to always smell good is always being a plus size lady. We don't always get the best, just plus size people in general. I won't just put it to ladies. You always want to make sure you smell good. And it goes beyond just spraying this, because as you just stated, if you don't get in the shower, wash your body, you want to smell like whoever you were just talking about in the gym, you know? And so I think I would love to do this again, to smell more scents with you all and like just explore, because some of these I wouldn't even, this one for sure, because you've had it for so long. And this one is hopefully it's available somewhere to be shipped, but I would never get a chance to smell that fragrance ever. And I want to encourage everybody to, if you cannot afford scents, right? They have, and I won't say the subscriptions because they're not paying us.
No, absolutely. You can get you a subscription or a small sample and try it out.
You pick what scents for the most part you want and try, and then you can go buy the full bottle.
And that's how you learn what notes you really like as well.
And that's how you learn. And I don't know. Yeah, but this was great. I love this.
I want to say thanks for not being a gatekeeper. I've been around people that I've complimented and said, "You smell great. What is that you're wearing?" Why would I tell you? So you can share it with somebody else or buy it for somebody else. Listen, if something smells good on you, it smells good. It smells good. And guess what?
People to smell good because of noses.
and just because it smells good on you doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna smell good on me. Just, so maybe I'll buy it, maybe I won't. But I'm gonna go get a sample or something and try it out. Maybe I get a completely different scent. But you got to come by for sample Sundays. We get samples and we just come down here, review them, and smile and smell and record.
I'm free, and I'll be on this side tomorrow. What you doing?
Okay.
Look, tomorrow. But speaking of samples, I have something for you.
Let's go. We going.
So you do not ever come anywhere empty-handed. At least that's what my parents taught me. So I bought you a little gift.
Scent Space Expressive. Okay, we're going to look at this. We got Mason Margiela replica by the fireplace. We talked about this.
Yes, we talked about that.
And
I think I've seen that.
Prada Ocean. So we're going to go.
So that was a little sample that came with the order. And I figured since I was coming here, I would just order a male sample.
We about to just.
And I don't know what it smells like because I did not smell it. You don't have any more scent things?
You know what? We just gonna be bootleg right now. We just gonna tear this. We gonna tear this again.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh,
is that a good one? I have not smelled it.
That's fire right there. That's nice.
Smelled it.
That's very clean.
Fresh.
And this called Ocean Luna Rossa, and it definitely gives you that ocean vibe. I would take this hands down over this.
I can't wait to smell it.
I would definitely pick that one over.
Let's see. Put that in.
Oh, you have to smell it.
What you think, Jermaine?
As I was smelling it, I thought about like where it smells like it's from, and obviously there's a reason why they call
Oh,
it
it
the
smells
ocean.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like it?
I do.
You like it, Olinka? Oh, that's sweeping across the table. All right, let's see what we got in this.
So the little story behind commodity is I bought myself one of these from an Instagram ad. I am
don't have
a
any nails. Can
blind
you help me out, please?
buyer. And I have one of their scents, Milk, and it smells so good. And it's unisex. Most of their scents are unisex.
Commodity about to get some money out of me. Let's see
I
what we
know.
want.
And there's another one, authors, imaginary authors.
Commodity book.
They have one called With a Waffle Cone.
Well, I can tell that smell good.
Ooh, I got it at home.
I need that. I need
This
to
is
name
interesting.
that one.
Which one is
Book?
that?
Commodity book.
Book.
This is interesting.
And they come in regular and intense.
What'd you think of that?
So they have intense
It
versions
smells
as well.
like a freshly opened book, like a library.
Without the silverfish.
And you never know. People are into
Yeah.
different things.
It
That's
definitely
not bad at
smells,
all, though.
No, it definitely smells like I've walked into
A stack of loose leaf papers.
a vintage store. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that one's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
All right, gold. I've heard of gold.
I have that one. I
And I've
haven't
heard of
filled it yet,
moss.
From this.
Yes.
though. Yep.
I just like smelling just because. Fresh.
Oh. Well, damn. Okay.
Are these unisex scents?
Yes, I think all of their scents are unisex.
Oh, I like that one a lot.
That's gotta have
I have
vanilla in
that
it.
one.
Vanilla or
You have that one?
When I ordered my last perfume, this was one of the samples, and I was like, Kareem, is this
I've smelled
this
this one
unisex or
before.
what?
You
I
smelled
love
it
that
before?
one.
Who is that?
Don't you love when a scent reminds you of someone, somewhere,
yeah, absolutely.
Good news.
something?
Where we at? Velvet. Velvet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This has to have rose in it. Velvet.
Yep.
Good news, because the packet has like all the what it has in it.
I like that.
Yeah, it's not bad. Velvet's still gold is my number one still.
Oh, gold is definitely Trump so far. All right, we're on to.
Moss.
Hold on. So we did book, but there's a paper.
We haven't gotten the paper yet.
We haven't got.
Don't
Yeah.
we didn't do moss. That one's
Oh,
next.
moss. Okay.
I'm nervous about
No,
paper.
wait. I thought moss was.
We didn't do
We
moss
just
yet.
did velvet.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad
Velvet
you keep
smells
track.
really good.
Paper's making me nervous already.
Is it?
You know, sometimes you smell a flyer and it smells like,
Copier.
but it's probably because it's recycled.
This one's very light, almost like you can't smell it. Like
That might be good with people with allergy issues or sensitive noses.
It's very grassy.
They want to make sure that they smell like something
obviously.
still.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think these are all clean scents, which we didn't get
Like
into.
it's not
I would love to
it's
get
not
into that one.
overpowering at all.
Nah,
but
absolutely
it's
not.
very grassy. Oh, that's what it is.
Ooh, this is good. This is some. I don't know if people do this,
Bergamot.
but like this smells like something I would put on
sorry.
after the shower when I'm about to get into bed.
Yeah. You.
Oh,
yeah.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
And spray your sheets.
I was gonna say that. Yep, this is good. I like
Matter of
that.
fact, if I come over
Let me see.
your house and spend the night, I might spray your sheets. Just,
Ooh. Mm.
all right.
That's paper.
Paper. Here we
Yes,
go.
this is paper. All right, listen. Paper boy.
You want that?
This is good, but
But.
I don't think that smells like no paper.
See.
Crisp, like a newspaper.
What you think?
It smells like paper.
Hold on, but books smell
But not
like
bad.
paper.
No, books smelled like a book. I don't know, book and just
Have you
paper.
ever like a fresh book
like a
cracked
hard
open?
cover?
But you've been
Yeah.
waiting to buy, waiting to come out, and
Yes.
you finally go and get it. It comes in
Like,
Have your
I think
little
it was
glass
Not in a
of
bad way,
wine?
but that smells like I opened up a ream of paper.
I think it was on
Not, like, in a
episode
bad
5
way.
or 6 that we did of the show, and they brought out your sister and Joe had brought out some Joe Malones, and one of them smelled like somebody opened a fresh pack of loose leaf paper.
That's what that smells like.
I like this.
Yeah, like
What
it's
you
not
think?
I
bad.
would probably spray that in the space. I don't know. I would wear it.
Okay.
It doesn't smell like them stink flyers though, so that's a good thing.
All right, we moving on to milk.
And that's
Milk better smell good.
milk is my favorite, and I hope y'all like it.
Yeah, I hope it don't smell spoiled.
It definitely does not.
All right, let's see where we're going with this. Whoa. Hold on.
I can smell that one.
You can smell it. That's my
Oh,
favorite.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Look
yeah.
at you. That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
Let me see. We got get this candle going. We didn't.
Oh, yeah, I like that
We
one.
done went above and beyond today. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with y'all that came on the show today.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I've smelled this one before.
You have?
So
Yeah.
gold and
Whoa.
milk and
Yeah.
milk.
Now,
Yeah, golden.
Whoa, you said it. This smells like
so the thing about that, it smells very smoky,
the moment you open it, it hits you.
but it does.
I
It's,
haven't even opened it yet.
I know. It's very smoky.
I like the fragrance though.
Here's the thing. Once you, no, it's okay. Once you light it, it does not smell smoky.
Okay.
You have a sense of smokiness, but not that
Kinda
bad.
remind me
I
of-
literally left it out the box for 2 or 3 days because I got this a few days ago. So mine, I left it out the box. I took the paper and I just let it sit. And then when I finally lit it, and I used to make candles, so.
Oh, look at you.
This one of
Yeah,
the ones you
I
take
let
with
it
you
sit.
on a retreat.
Yeah. Or it's just a nice fall. I feel like it's a cozy night, Christmas, or, But it's not that smoky once you burn it. It's very smoky right now, but it won't be. Leave it out the box, and it won't.
This reminds me of, actually, I kind of like the smoke, though. It reminds me of, like, if you go to a bar and you get, like, a smoked old-fashioned or something like that, and they
Yep.
put the smoke on. That's exactly what comes
Or
out
a
of that.
rum tasting. I went to a
Yeah.
rum tasting
Yeah.
in Colombia, and it was
Absolutely.
one where they were
Thank you.
lighting cinnamon.
Yes,
with a big
okay.
cube of ice.
Yeah.
So it's not bad, but what do you think about the commodity? What do you rate the scent for the most part?
I'm impressed.
I thoroughly enjoyed Book. Moss I enjoyed. And I've smelled gold and velvet before. I think moss, surprisingly, because the whole sea moss phase, I didn't get into that, but moss was probably my favorite one.
Milk, gold, velvet, I think in that order. And paper is actually really good. I don't know why I said actually. It's just good.
Gold and milk were number one for me. They were tied. I was surprised by velvet because I'm not a rose person, but the rose and the vanilla was an interesting combination that actually worked. I like that one.
Yeah,
I'm going with moss and book.
yeah. Book is milk, book, and then gold for me. But I don't think that the moss one. I know I have the sample pack and I've had it, but I was surprised by that one today. I really enjoyed that. My order is still the same, but I think that will come in fourth place. Like that moss was nice.
I'm gonna go look up this because I've heard of the company and I might even have one saved on my shelf on the website. But I'm gonna look more into this. I'm impressed. These are real nice.
Yeah, and they're unisex.
Thank
which
you.
I love.
Thank you.
course.
I'm blown away. This was a lot today. I like you with the shirt on too. That's real nice.
Thanks.
Look at that.
I'm left speechless at this point. Thank you, Jessica, for coming out. Thank you, Jermaine. Thank you, Olinka. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna just say peace.
Peace.
Peace.